we are kicking things off with the New York Jets and rookie cornerback D'Angelo Pons. Can this young player solve the team's interception drought? Gang Green selected Pons in the second round, and his style of play is already drawing attention, especially with the insights from new coach Aaron Glenn. We dive into how Pons' impressive performance against top talent prepared him for this level, and what the team hopes he brings to the defensive backfield. Decision to end the joint practice ritual is happening now, and what it means for the future of the two East Coast franchises. And in related news, we confirm the cancellation of the Jets and Giants joint practice for this summer. Despite the history between the green and white, this year is different. We break down the history of this rivalry, why this tradition is ending now, and what this means for the dynamic between the Jets and the Giants heading into the 2026 season. Stay with us for more breaking news. The New York Jets are placing significant hope on rookie cornerback D'Angelo Pons to alleviate a severe interception drought that plagued the team last season, where they went an entire year without recording a single interception. Pons, selected in the second round, 50th overall of the NFL draft out of Indiana, is seen as a key addition to the defense, particularly following the team's trade deadline moves involving Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams. Head coach Aaron Glenn has expressed strong confidence in Pons' attributes. Glenn noted that Pons possesses the necessary leadership qualities, both on and off the field, stating that Pons has the innate skills required to lead from an action and verbal standpoint. Glenn emphasized pride in Pons' talent, encouraging the team to allow him to develop fully. Pons, who plays a larger frame at 182 pounds, has already signed his rookie contract worth approximately $9.8 million, including $8.7 million guaranteed. Last season, Pons was recognized as one of the nation's top cornerbacks, shutting down elite receivers in the Big Ten and facing top competition, including high school teammate Jeremiah Smith of Ohio State. His collegiate performance was stellar. During the 2025 season, Pons registered 61 tackles, 11 pass breakups, and 2 interceptions in 15 games, earning first-team All-American and All-Big Ten honors, and was named defensive MVP in both the Rose Bowl and the Peach Bowl. He is described as a tough, physical, and aggressive player who excels in both coverage and run support. While Pons lacks extensive slot cornerback experience, he is positioned to be a starter in nickel situations alongside players like Azaria Thomas, Brandon Stevens, and Jarvis Brownlee, capable of playing both outside and slot roles as needed. Pons has spoken about embracing his role, stating, "I've been proving people wrong my whole life. I embrace it, but I feel like at this point, I'm proving myself right." The Jets' off-season program has seen further talent acquisition, including the selection of Omar Cooper Jr. In the draft, Cooper and Pons have already interacted during practices, with Pons describing Cooper as a dynamic player who possesses versatility, capable of both catching the ball and creating yards after the catch. Herm Edwards is revisiting a pivotal moment in NFL history, recounting the delivery of one of the sport's most iconic lines, "You play to win the game." Edwards shared the story during a 2002 news conference on NFL Network's Good Morning Football. The quote stemmed from a question posed by reporter Judy Battista, who encouraged players who lacked a desire to win to retire. Edwards explained that his response was driven by instinct, stating, "It was instincts. I never knew it would take the avenue that it took." Edwards admitted he was unaware of the immediate virality of the press conference moment until he returned home. He described the experience as mundane until his wife asked what he had said, prompting her to note that the statement was everywhere. The speech occurred during the week when players were not at the facility. Edwards recalled seeing the team the following morning at a meeting and receiving a positive response. He recounted looking at the team and asking, "Are we good?" To which they replied, "Coach, we're good," leading to a successful run that culminated in the Jets winning the division. The team finished the 2002 season with a 9-7 record, securing the AFC East title, and subsequently defeated the Indianapolis Colts 40-10 in the wildcard round before losing to the Oakland Raiders in the divisional round. This statement has become permanently etched into the NFL lexicon, frequently referenced by coaches and analysts. The line was even featured in a Bud Light commercial, and Edwards later titled his self-help book after the quote. However, Edwards added a crucial caveat to the famous line, asserting that a key element is often omitted. He stressed the importance of including a greeting, stating, "I tell people all the time, don't forget the jingle. The hello. That's important. A lot of people say, you play to win the game. I always correct them. Make sure you say hello first." Reporter Judy Battista fondly recalled the moment, describing it as an easy story for her as a beat reporter for the New York Jets, noting that Edwards had presented the statement perfectly for the press. The New York Giants are decisively ending a long-standing preseason tradition with the New York Jets ahead of the 2026 NFL season, signaling a fresh start for the organization under new leadership. The decision marks a significant shift as the Giants move to establish a new era, reportedly aligning with the creation of a new culture under head coach John Harbaugh. In a move to wipe the slate clean, the Giants will hold only one joint practice during the preseason, which will be against the Miami Dolphins. Although the two New Jersey-based teams are scheduled to meet in Week 3 of the preseason, they will not practice together, breaking a tradition that had been established in East Rutherford. The shift in practice locations is part of a broader organizational change. According to Dan Duggan of The Athletic, the Giants will begin their training camp in West Virginia, spending the first 12 days away from East Rutherford. They will also travel to South Florida for the joint practice session with the Dolphins. John Harbaugh's training camp is set to commence on July 28. This schedule is also influenced by the timing of the 2026 FIFA World Cup final, which is scheduled to be held at MetLife Stadium on July 19. The preseason schedule for the Giants includes hosting the Minnesota Vikings at MetLife Stadium on August 15, followed by a trip to face the Miami Dolphins at Hard Rock Stadium the following week. The final preseason matchup against the Jets will occur on August 28, with the Giants designated as the away team for that contest. Following these 3 preseason games, the Giants will enter the final week of preparation before their regular season opener against the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football at MetLife Stadium. The New York Jets and the New York Giants will not hold any joint practices this summer, ending a long-standing tradition between the crosstown rivals. Paul Schwartz of the New York Post confirmed the cancellation on social media, stating that the Giants will hold a joint practice with the Dolphins leading into the August 22 preseason game in Miami Gardens, which will be the only joint practice in John Harbaugh's first summer with the Giants. Schwartz explicitly confirmed there will be no joint practice with the Jets this year. This news follows conflicting reports, as ESPN initially suggested the joint practice was still scheduled, before updating the information to confirm the Jets-Giants practice is canceled for the current season. The rivalry between the Jets and Giants is rooted in their shared metropolitan area, playing in the same stadium, despite being in opposing conferences and divisions, the Jets in the AFC and the Giants in the NFC. While the rotating NFL schedule means they only meet in the regular season once every 4 years, the teams share a significant big brother versus little brother dynamic. The Giants are an iconic franchise, boasting 4 Super Bowl championships, including victories over the New England Patriots and Tom Brady twice. The Jets, while possessing a Super Bowl win, achieved it over 5 decades ago. Historically, joint practices between the two teams have included notable incidents. Reports from ESPN's Rich Cimini and accounts from Zach Rosenblatt detail brawls that erupted between the teams during summer joint practices in 2005, highlighting a contentious history. However, analysts suggest that the current iteration of the teams is not responsible for the tensions seen in past years. Despite the close proximity of their practice facilities, which are less than an hour apart, and the fact that they have played each other in preseason games nearly every year for over 50 years, the decision not to hold a joint practice this season is unexpected. Jets senior contributor Randy Lan noted that the green and white hold a 29-26-1 edge in the preseason rivalry, which has been played every season except for the 2020 COVID summer.